Good evening, coach. Can you hear me? After today, we still have only one goal scorer in the team, Patrik Schick. Is that a problem going into the round of 16? Because the attack wasn't very good today. Well, I wouldn't say a problem. Every game has a 90 minutes, and we had a very strong opponent today. But you are right. The finishing wasn't really great today, and England was stronger in that aspect. I don't think our performance was so bad, but we played against England. And the teams that are now up against us are similar in that regard. The round of 16 means a playoff. Anything can happen. There's only one game where you have to, that decides. And I believe we are capable of surprising and advancing further. Zdeněk Pavlis, you said before the game that if you want to repeat the win in Prague against England, it will demand a lot from the players. Why didn't you replicate that? Were the players tired, or was it because England played at home? I think it could have been all of that. I think the decisive factor was quality. Also in Prague we had our fans in the stadium that pushed us forward, and the players gave 100%, more than 100%. And today, in some parts of the game, we managed to combine, to get ball possession, we created a chance. We almost scored a goal. I really don't think it was a bad game. Unfortunately, we were worse in the finishing than our opponent. Jiří Čihák? Good evening. I'd like to ask about the round of 16. We've been counting, and it looks like you're not going to face Belgium. So it's gonna be either the Netherlands or the winner of the Group E, Slovakia, Poland, Spain, and so on. So are you relieved that it won't be Belgium? Because I think they are the favorite out of these games. I think most teams are now on the same level now that they advanced into the round of 16. As I've said, it's just one game against a very strong opponent, and anything can happen. And who I wish? Well, I would wish to play in Budapest, because then our fans could travel and be there for us and support us. So yeah, in that regard, I think I would just like to play in Budapest. Zdeněk Pavlis, going back to today's game, was there anything that surprised you about the way England played, or was this the same as they played the previous two games in the group? We did see that their previous results didn't make their fans very happy, and they showed it to the team. Speaking about Patrik Schick, our only goal scorer, well, look at England. They only have Raheem Sterling goal scoring, and look at what stars they have in the attack. We've played a third game against them in a short span of time, and a second one in Wembley, so it was very different than losing against them 5-0. This was very different. There were parts of the game where we had ball possession, and we were maybe even better than our opponent. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to finish and score. Radek Špriňar. I'll ask about the attack. Do you think especially the midfield should be more creative and create more occasions for the strikers? And also the substitutes didn't really change anything. And Jiří Bořil will not be available because he got a yellow card. Is that a problem for the round of 16? Well, I don't want to talk about the midfield and attack issue because I want to discuss this with the team first. And yes, we need to create more spaces and create more occasions for the strikers to get the ball and get the ball into the area. Every player has a specialty, let's say, and in the final phase, the goal-scoring phase, if Patrik Schick is in a good form and he scores in every game, that will be great for us. But it's up to the boys. Some of them are natural-born goal scorers. Some of them prefer to create chances and occasions for other guys. And today we just didn't have that, and that's why we didn't score. What was the second question? And obviously, Jan Bořil might not be available, but after the group phase, some of the yellow cards might get erased, but he got 2, so that's probably not the case. So we will have to find a replacement. Petr Havlík. Can you hear me? So, what's your assessment of the group? You placed third. It was just one goal in the goal difference. So, what's your opinion? I think it's a success for us. We wanted to advance, and we managed to get the security of 4 points after 2 games, and we even fought for the first place with England today. Our goal score is 3-2, an active goal score. So my opinion is good. My impression is good from the whole group. I think we did as much as we could. Last 2 questions, Ondřej Zlámal. If I get back to the goal you conceded, that was a key moment. Was it hard to react, and what did you tell the guys at halftime? So they had their first chance, Raheem Sterling, and at the very beginning he was alone in front of the goal and he managed to almost score. You could see Sterling, Saka running on, and if you don't stop him, he gets into the area and then it's very hard to defend him. However, when we conceded the goal, there was a mistake we committed. I will have to re-watch that, but we just didn't defend Sterling very well. He was alone there, and I think maybe Václav could have saved it if there wasn't a touch from another player, maybe. But yeah, that was what the England wanted. You put in the same starting lineup as against Croatia. Didn't you consider any changes because you had the security of advancing, and maybe you could have let some players rest? To be honest, we only learned about the security of advancing to the round of 16 last night, late at night. And we had the lineup from yesterday's training already, so we didn't want to change that. But we did substitute 5 players today. So Patrik Schick and Vladimír Darida did get some rest because they got substituted. So, yeah, and I believe my guys are really in a good form. They are fit. They didn't complain about any health issues. Thank you, and thank you to the head coach. Thank you to the journalists. And I will let you know about tomorrow's media activities. There will be a press conference at 3 p.m. Good night.